Please stand for our national anthem. Welcome. I'm Eric Storm, and I have the privilege of being the principal of our amazing school, the Clackamas Academy of Industrial Sciences. I would like to thank Dr. Dale Spitzer, Oregon City School District Superintendent, for joining us tonight. We would also like to thank everyone for being here this evening to celebrate the Clackamas Academy of Industrial Sciences graduating class of 2024. I first met tonight's graduates 5 years ago when they were entering the 8th grade of our new Case Middle School in 2019. When we think about what they've been through since first coming to school at Case and how the world has changed over these last 5 years, it makes their accomplishments even more impressive. Every year has been an entirely different experience, and every year has presented new challenges that each of these students have had to overcome. I want to recognize the incredibly dedicated staff of our school because each school year has been an entirely unique experience, and our staff has had to commit to continually adapting in order to serve our students. Let's recognize the challenges they have faced and the support they have given to this year's graduates and thank them for their commitment. I want to thank each graduate's family for all of their support over the years. The demands of supporting children in a home is always massive, but during the times that these graduates were in high school, those challenges were even greater. During the 9th grade, these students were figuring out how to attend school remotely, and without the support these students received at home, these graduates would not be here tonight. I would like to thank the Case Board of Directors for their help leading us as our school evolves and continues to provide amazing opportunities for our students. And I would like to thank the Oregon City School District Board members for their continued support of our program. I am now proud to introduce our valedictorian, Hallie Albers. Hallie is graduating with a GPA of 3.96, and while in high school, she has earned 98 college credits at Clackamas Community College. Please give a warm welcome to Hallie Albers, our 2024 valedictorian.
Good evening, class of 2024. My name is Hallie Albers, and I am honored to be this year's valedictorian. I have been at CCC for the past 2 years. But today we get to celebrate a great accomplishment. We have almost single-handedly kept the local Dairy Queen in business. We've also finished high school, so there's that. But before we can really celebrate, we have a journey to reflect on, some people to thank, and a future to think about. We must extend the utmost gratitude to our friends, family, and teachers for all the support they've provided. So thank you. We would not be here without our families' help and encouragement and our many instructors throughout the years teaching us most of what we know. But most of all, I want you to thank yourselves. All the reminders from teachers and families to turn in assignments cannot replace the action on our parts that culminated in this achievement. Now, I know that everyone thinks that they've had it the most difficult, but our class is certainly in the running for a generation. We started out in darkness, that is, under the covers of our blankets, pulling our computers into our laps and begrudgingly opening up Zoom, only to pretend that our Wi-Fi isn't working, and then leaving to go back to sleep. I'm guilty of it too, and to all the teachers out there who think, Haley would never do such a thing. Well, let me just tell you the secret is, you join the meeting, and then you leave, and then you join again, and then you leave, and then they're really, really, really convinced that your Wi-Fi is just bad that day. You gotta make it seem like you're trying. And you may think that this is gonna be the end of all your struggles, but in truth, graduating, which is the bare minimum of what society expects of us, is not the pinnacle of all human achievements. So while we are celebrating all the hard work that we've put in, remember that there is so much more to come, and in the future, we will most likely not have the support of our very patient and accommodating faculty that we are so fortunate to have here. Tonight we can celebrate, but tomorrow is full of new challenges, most likely more difficult, but we will grow to meet them. Thank you.
Please enjoy this presentation on our video screen of our 2024 Clackamas Academy of Industrial Sciences graduates. All right. Last year at graduation, we wanted to try something a little different. Rather than having a traditional keynote speaker give a speech about accomplishment and future success, which I have just now given a keynote speech by saying those two words, we asked teachers to share some stories about the students in this graduating class that we remember from when they first came to our school. This ended up being a lot of fun, and so we want to continue on with this tradition. So I've asked teachers to share stories with me, and I've chosen a few of them, and here are some highlights from them. 2 years ago, students in one class were working very hard preparing for the research conference, where each student was presenting a poster displaying original research they had completed about water quality and safety. We had invited industry experts and research professionals who work at wastewater environmental services to provide feedback to students. Naturally, this was a very stressful and slightly intimidating project, so the students decided to unwind by doing shots of electric blue-colored Captain Crunch brand maple-flavored syrup. The students proceeded to pour one out for each of their classmates, both of their teachers, and they even convinced the principal to join in. I do not recommend this product. Tongues, teeth, and lips were stained blue for the next 30 minutes at least. A couple of years ago, we learned about the power of bribes. One student truly wanted to have a toy car station wagon that was in a teacher's classroom, which was actually a very cool car. It was a lime green 1968 Mercury commuter station wagon with two schnauzers looking out of the back window. And yes, Martin, I did the research to know exactly what model car that was. So the teacher made a deal. If they got an A in the class, they could have the car. That didn't happen, but the deal continued in future classes, and the student eventually kept hiding the car in the classroom to make sure no one else got it. Eventually, the student did get the car. It may be possible that a single Matchbox car helped that student pass multiple classes. One year on April 20th, teachers were preparing for possible contraband to be brought to school, and indeed, prohibited items were brought to school. However, the prohibited items were not what we expected on 420, but instead, a couple students brought in a box with baby ducklings in it. They had apparently been purchased the evening before as an impulse buy. What followed was a rapid lesson in parenthood as these young individuals were struck by the realization of what it meant to care for another living being. The students banded together, found a box and towels and a nest, borrowed heating lamps, collected vegetable donations from their peers' packed lunches, and even spent their lunch period purchasing duck feed from a local farming supply shop. Realizing they weren't ready to be fathers just yet, they found one of their classmates who had some land and was better able to care for the ducklings. One evening, a school dance overlapped with the gaming club, and the teachers who host the gaming club had volunteered to help chaperone the dance, meaning the gaming club had to be canceled on this specific day. The gaming club members were not exactly fans of the news until they realized nothing prevented them from gaming at the dance. They donned their best finery, styled their hair, and set up a table in front of the photo booth. They proceeded to play Dungeons & Dragons until they were politely asked to move so other people could pose in front of the photo booth. So they carried their table into the elevator where they rode it up and down for the next 2 hours, busting monsters as their neighbors busted moves. The pandemic decimated Skynet, the robotics team for the Oregon City. It went from a fully functioning team to just 3 members in 2020 and stayed that way until 2022. The 3 freshmen who joined in 2020 stuck with that team through thick and thin. We needed 5 students to form a drive team, so when competitions returned in 2020, our team hosted but could not compete. And yet, members of this graduating class stuck with it. Through their grit, dedication, and hard work, they grew the team from 3 members to 24 members. They went from not competing in 2022 to building a competition-worthy robot in 2023 to placing 3rd in the Wilsonville competition and 2nd in the competition held at Case this year. We are so immensely proud of them. They are the engine powering our robotics team and have done something truly incredible. They have accomplished much in their time on the team and have built something for the students who will come after them. When preparing for a field trip, one class was tasked with identifying different plants out in the field. As novice botanists, they were provided with an assist in the form of a smartphone app that would help identify different plant species from a photograph. This graduating class successfully determined that Lori Shepard is not a plant. Their class notebooks are not plants. None of the graduating students are plants. They checked each one, but Mr. Rausch's fake tree might be a plant, and some of the shirts that I wear were indeed identified as plants. And through all this, they've all made it here tonight. It is now time for the presentation of diplomas. I would like to invite case instructor Kit Korf to read the names of our graduates and to share the thank you that each student has written. I have asked Mr. Korf to do this as he has been an instructor at Case since before these students began attending our school and has had the opportunity to know every one of these students.
Thank you. Sorry, they're all over the place. You ready? Okay. Ethan Edward Adrian. Ethan is graduating with 22 college credits. I'd like to thank my friends, he says, family, and teachers for all the encouragement, guidance, and support they have given me. I am eternally grateful. I'm excited to see what this new chapter in my life beholds. Haley Shoniyin Albers. Haley is graduating with 98 college credits. She is the class valedictorian. Yep. Haley would like to thank all the instructors and guidance she has received over the years from her many instructors. She would not be here without the love and support of her brother Travis, her mom, dad, and other family and friends. Emmanuel Alfredo Amaro Gennaro. Sorry. Emmanuel would like to thank. I want to express my sincere gratitude to everyone at Case for their continuous support during my time here. Over the past 5 years, attending Case has been an incredible journey, making it the best school I have ever attended. The friends I have made, the memories I have created are invaluable. I'm deeply thankful for the guidance and encouragement for the staff, which have been crucial in my personal and academic development. Thank you for everything. Trenton Cooper Bay. Trent says, I want to thank my family for supporting me through my high school stress, and I want to thank Shannon for helping me pass this year. Alexander James Clark. Alex would like to thank his mom, Tiffany, dad, Chris, his grandparents, brother Ben, teachers Joe, Korf, Miller, Nguyen, and Zagone, and staff members Lori, Terry, Patty, and Ginger. Michael A. Dayton. Michael says, I thank the teachers that cared, the family there for me, and the patience I had to do this. Christopher Miller Fine. Chris is graduating with 22 college credits. Chris would like to thank his family, Larry, Kristen, and Lucinda Fine for the unconditional love they have provided through thick and thin. Secondly, Chris gives significant thanks to all his family by choice and the close friends and employers that he has. He gives much appreciation to all the staff through his 12 years of education so far. Lastly, he gives thanks to the idea that our generation will be the one who has the ability to see each other as beautiful humans. Michael L. Ferreira. Michael has earned 4 college credits. Michael says, I would like to thank my mom for being my biggest supporter and raising me to be the man I am today. I would also like to thank my family for helping me in whatever I needed. I would like to thank all my teachers for helping me succeed in graduating, especially Korf, Lowry, Joe, and Miller. And lastly, I would like to thank my girlfriend, Olivia, for helping me get my work done and helping me stay on track and always being supportive of me. Jacoby Alexis Goodwin. Jack says, I would like to thank my family, Alex, Joe, and Miss Miller, for getting me through my high school years. Jordan Maya Grogan. As Jordan tosses her cap in the air and steps into the next chapter of her life, she has a few people who she would like to thank. Some people who got her this far in life. The first person would be my dad. Even though we didn't see eye to eye and argued more than anything, he was the one who pushed me this far without giving up and never stopped loving me. The second is my mom. For all the years of messy rooms and all the fights, she stood by me throughout the years, and I'm so grateful for that. The third is my stepmom. Even though things were tough for a second, we managed through it and ended up getting by. I am honored to have all these people in my corner and am so grateful to all the teachers and staff. There are a few who gave me extra motivation to get me where I am, and I'm especially thankful for them. These are Shannon, Mr. Worley, and Lori Shepard. Peyton Scott Gross. Peyton is graduating with 3 college credits. Peyton says, thank you to Joe. Because of you and your class, I was able to put thoughts and ideas into words instead of letting them waste away in my head while worrying about never using them. Whether successful or not, I have to thank for letting me find how to try. Miller, your classes are awesome. Not because of the subject, but because you are the one teaching it. Even in some of my favorite classes, I can say there have been times I was a little stressed about something and did not want to show up. Your classes have always been the exception. Zagone, although I honestly do not think I will end up in the film industry, it has been a pleasure talking about shows and movies with you. But should writing not work out, I will certainly keep screenwriting in mind. Hinnigan, I'm not sure I spelled your name right. Sorry about that. Though you do not teach at this school, I feel that it is in part because of you that I was able to be accepted. Mom and Dad, if I attempted to articulate this, we'd be here all day. So I'll just be quick about it. I love you and thank you for supporting me in all this. Mac, the short thing. Yep, you're here too. I could say something to you like the sun is never bigger, brighter than the storm, or remind you about that thing in Japan with the cracked pots and the gold, but instead, I'm reminding you that you still owe me a Snickers from that one camping trip. I love you. Thank you for being my adoring little sister, but I'd be even more thankful if I got that Snickers bar. If you're embarrassed, feel free to make fun of me when you graduate. And though the above may indicate otherwise, I think of myself as a man of few words. And as such, for the things I've left unsaid, and to the people I failed to mention, I'd like to say to you, as well as those mentioned, thank you. Here's hoping that my next few years are as good as these have been. Cheers. Garen Wolf Hamburg. Garen is graduating with 79 college credits. Emily Jane Henry. Emily says, I want to say thank you to my parents for always pushing me to do better and strive for better. I want to say thank you, to the Murphy family, for always treating me like family and supporting me. I want to say thank you to all my friends for holding me up when times get tough. I want to say thank you to all my teachers for showing me to not fear learning, but to love it. Deep down, I mean this all. Thank you for supporting me through it all. Cody Allen Huffman. Cody is graduating with 29 college credits. I don't have much, he says, but I want to say thank you to Joe for always helping me in classes and making sure I'm passing. Thank you to Lowry for always being with me and just being there for me. Thank you to Shannon for being quite literally the best. We all love you, Shannon. Thank you to Miller for always having good conversations with me whenever I came into her class. Thank you to Lau for being there since day one of my middle school. He has seen me grow up from middle school to now, and he's always been supportive. Thank you to Nguyen for always being cool and snowboarding with me all the time. And thank you to everyone in the office for being so cool and for all the work you've done this year. Okami Inoue. Okami is graduating with 19 college credits. Okami says, I have many people I would like to thank, and without their help, I wouldn't have made it here today. I want to thank both Miller and Joe for being fun, caring, and a general safe space where I felt I could always go when I needed it. I want to thank my friends for always supporting me and being there for me when I need a shoulder to lean on. An anchor in chaos, a reference for if I was doing something wrong, and a general light in my life. I would like to thank the other teachers, though this does still apply to Miller and Joe, for all that there are too many for me to mention in this short letter. For always being a helping hand, willing to encourage learning, and allowing me to have a schooling that wasn't cruel and usually frustrating at most. Thank you for giving me so many opportunities, whether I accepted or not, whether I succeeded or not, and thank you to everyone who helped me be the person I am today. Aiden Killian Kelly. Now this one's the longest one we have. Aiden is graduating with 7 college credits. He is the class salutatorian. To my teachers from Case, Becky Miller, Tim Zagone, Steve Worley, Joe Seligman, Chris Korf, Martin Roush, Dan Simran, Mark Lowry, Michael Bussey, Jeffrey Gross, Dan Strausser, Mr. Kinst, and my Gardner Middle School teachers. Also, Mr. Campbell and Miss Blessing, my 4th grade teacher. To my friends, Andy Mallory from Pleasant Valley Elementary, and Billy Wharton, and Malachi Morford from Gardner Middle School. I wish you the best as you all graduate this year. And I wish you the best for wherever you go afterwards. To my family, Nana and Opa, my cousins, Savannah, Wade, and Zane, and Coulter, thank all of you as well. Thank you, Liv Stannis, for going from playing games for hours with me as my best friend for years before to being my dear, loving partner now. Thank you for every ridiculous gift you give me, for sharing my passions, for all the creative ideas we've shared, for being the cutest, most cuddly person I know, for being at my side when I needed it most, for loving me even if I'm a little dumb, and for being the breathtakingly weird and beautiful person you are. I love you, Liv. Thank you, Merrick, my brother, for all the stories we made playing with our toys, all the weird jokes we made, for always getting into whatever thing I was interested in with me, for sharing your creative ideas, for trusting and being able to be honest with me. I couldn't ask for a better sibling. Thank you, Mom, for taking care of the house, for every time you woke up early to take me to and from school, for every meal and treat you made me, for every time you asked me how my day was, for every little random thing throughout my life just to make me smile. Thank you, Dad, for working so many harsh nights and stressful days at your job so your family could live as comfortably as we have. Thank you for teaching me everything you could that I listened to you for every school project you helped me with, for always encouraging me to keep at something even if it was hard. To both you, thank you for every laugh at my jokes, every good night, you have said to me, every smile, every hug, everything. Thank you for raising me in such an accepting and loving environment, letting me grow to be my truest self, and for cherishing me for who I am. I'm sorry for everything I never did, and I'm thankful for everything you have ever done. I love you, Mom and Dad. Thank you for everything. Cale Stephen Larson. Cale's time at Case has been what one person would call a journey. He has had some rough years while in high school, but he managed to get done with school once and for all. He wanted to thank all the teachers and everyone else that helped him to be able to graduate on time. To all the teachers who were there for him, thank you. They were always there to help him no matter the situation and make special accommodations to help him turn in and get done with assignments. This is such a pivotal moment for him. Thank you all. Kai Jesse Marquez. Kai is graduating with 27 college credits. Kai says, I would like to say thank you to Rebecca Miller, a teacher who taught me it's okay to be a smidge weird. And thank you to Joe, another teacher who has always supported my harebrained ideas. Maximilian Gunther Martin. Max is graduating with 15 college credits. Max says, I want to give thanks to Mark Lowry, Joe Seligman, Shannon Bechtold, and Lori Shepard. You all have been good supportive system and also good role models. You've shown me constructive criticism when I needed it and helped me when no one else could. Wyatt Andrew Martin. Wyatt is graduating with 30 college credits. Wyatt says, thank you to my mom, my friends, my family, and all the teachers that have supported me through my journey in school. Corey William McDonald. Corey has earned 3 college credits. Corey says, I would like to thank Mr. Lowry for letting me play basketball during lunch, as well as opening the student store. I would like to thank Ms. Miller for always being a shoulder to lean on, and Mr. Gross for all the life advice and for allowing me in the weight room. I would like to thank Ms. Shepard for all the great conversations we've had. I would like to thank Mr. Storm for always putting up with me. Elliot Enos McLean. Elliot has earned 8 college credits. Elliot says, I would like to start by saying that I want to write my love and appreciation to my teachers, friends, and family individually, but I think we know this ceremony isn't long enough for that, so I'm going to be as heartfelt as I can in these few words. I have left as a student. In 8th grade, when I transferred here, I dreaded school, but throughout COVID, I saw how hard everyone was trying to make sure I got a proper education. I can't express enough how it made me feel to have teachers that so personally care about my well-being before my work. In the first year of making friends and getting to know the staff here, I really felt like I could get through all of my troubles and be the person my family and teachers encouraged me to be. I made so many fond memories in these halls and will always bring a huge smile to my face. And I'll remember what it was like to be where I felt like I belonged every day. Gabriel Michael Meiniger. Keenan Josiah Murphy. Keenan would like to thank his parents for being there for him, his girlfriend Emily for loving him no matter what, his sister for making him laugh, his Aunt Jeannie for helping him pass high school, Thank you, Ms. Miller, for always listening to his nerdy rambles, and Mr. Roush for failing him twice, showing him that success only comes after failure. Brighton A. Peck. Brighton would like to say, I am very appreciative and want to thank both my parents, Larry and Debbie. Thank my uncle and aunt, Darren and Irene, my family, my teachers, Joe Seligman, Rebecca Miller, and the entire gaming club. Evan James Reed. Evan is graduating with 38 college credits. Evan says, I want to thank myself for all my hard work. I would like to thank my mom and my big brother and Shannon that helped me through the 4 long years I've been here at Case. Liv V. Stannis. Liv is graduating with 58 college credits. Liv says, first, I would like to thank my therapist for helping me find confidence in myself. She is an amazing therapist who helped me navigate my anxiety and stress, and that has changed me for the better. I'd also like to thank Mr. Roush for his math classes, as they have been incredibly helpful in my understanding of algebra and geometry. I don't think I would have understood math subjects as well as I have without his clear instruction. Lastly, I would like to thank Ms. Miller for her supportive and encouragement through my time at Case. She has been incredibly supportive and kind to me, my friends, and my fellow classmates. I appreciate all the teachers who have done their part helping me achieve my goals and hope they continue to spread their knowledge to the future students as they have to me. Taylor Sigmund Stannis. Taylor is graduating with 38 college credits. Taylor says, it has been a long, wild ride here at Case, but it looks like it's my time to leave. But before I go, I would like to thank the people who have helped me and supported me through all these years. I would like to thank Mr. Storm for running this school with a fun and quirky personality. I thank Mr. Roush for his classes, teaching math and science in a fun and interesting ways. Ms. Miller for her willingness to help others understand the material she teaches, her unending kindness, and her fun personality. Mr. Simrad, Mr. Korf, Ms. Joe, and Mr. Zagoon for their classes and support these past years. I thank my parents for pushing me to take classes at Clackamas Community College and getting a head start on my degree. Finally, I would like to thank everyone else who has helped me achieve my educational goals. It's sad to leave, but it can't last forever. It is time to move on to bigger and better things. Thank you. Calvin S. Taylor. Calvin has earned 8 college credits. Calvin says, I would like to thank all the people who helped me get to where I am today and for believing in me when I did not. These last 4 years have been difficult and trying, but through perseverance and dedication, you have helped me to graduate.
I would now like to invite all of our graduates to stand up and turn their tassels. Congratulations to the Clackamas Academy of Industrial Sciences class of 2024. I now invite everybody to join tonight's graduates on the field for fabulous photo opportunities. Thank you for coming this evening.